Okay, hello guys. So, I have another topic for you today, and before that, I was thinking that health is related to body also. So, we need to take care of our bodies, right? And I was thinking that maybe we could start with tuning into your body, like how your body is feeling right now. Maybe you can take a breath into your body, into your belly, just to calm the senses, calm the mind coming into your body and the body, because you are sending the energy of breath there, starting to feel a little bit more expansive, right? And you can tune into if you feel tension somewhere, usually maybe it's around the shoulders, so maybe you can give yourself a little massage. This is what I'm doing on a regular basis, like part of the self-care, because we want to keep the body, like the energy in our body, free flowing. Yeah, and it's easy because we can help ourselves, to feel better. Hmm. And being like in the present moment, senses open, perceptive, receptive, you know, like what's going on. And today's topic, I have a interesting perspective on food, eating, and sexuality, sex. Like how it is maybe similar. And hear me out. The thing is that I bring consciousness into, let's say, human behavior, right? So, and I'm eating psychology coach, so I have that perspective. Like, I'm looking deeper into what we are struggling with and how can we elevate the experience so it is pleasant, and so basically we can thrive. And I've been into Tantra and sacred sexuality mainly because there are no many sources available that would provide a picture of sexuality that would be shameless, that would be at the same time explorative, open, intimate, real, authentic, and yeah, basically I said that. Than what I find in Tantra. And Tantra is basically bringing consciousness into unconscious behavior, right? And like when you think of sex, like how people have sex, it's still like kind of taboo to even talk about it, right? But I think that's a kind of like manipulative matrix thing that we don't talk about it, so it keeps like as it is hidden and like kind of like dark and like shame, full of shame, and like turn off the lights. We don't we don't even see each other. You keep quiet. You don't open your mouth about it, and it is like all patterns, but it's still like alive, and it keeps us in shame, and shame is very low vibration, that it's affecting your health, affecting your self-expression. So in Tantra I discovered that we can actually open this topic. There is nothing shameful about it, and let's look at it, right? Let's bring consciousness in it so we don't run on autopilot, so we don't act based on our habits, right? Because we are creatures of habits, that's true, but then it can get boring, or just like you can get lost in, you might not be so present in, because the reality that everything is changing, and the authenticity, the aliveness is found in the present moment, like how it is, how we feel, what we need, right? And so we need to be attentive to what's going on right now. So the topic of food and sex, well, I'm going closer to it. So I'm seeing like food and sex can be used as drugs. Like when you abuse it, we use it for different purposes than it is, right? And we need to know like what are the purposes, the high purpose for having sex. But basically we need to realize that creation can come out of it. Like we cannot dismiss this point that any encounter sexual can lead to a new human being. You know, it's like, yes, there is protection, of course, but like imagine like how many people living on this planet right now were born from unconscious sex, were not planned, where their parents, if they are even together, you know, they weren't planning that. It was like accident. It was not wanted even, you know. And like when you brought, when you are brought to this world with this setup, you know, it can create some traumatic imprints that later you will need to heal to be like happy and healed and whole. So I notice also that sex can be used also as a self-regulation, as a way to release emotions. There is like so much tension that people are carrying. I mean, like stress, work related, or you know, like in Matrix, it's like produce and you're not good enough, and it's so much pressure on you. Nobody is appreciating you. It's the opposite. You're not good enough. Do more and stuff like that. And the tension is like building up. And imagine if you're working on a computer and you maybe want a break, or you just like searching for something and there are like ads on your like women like, you know, selling their bodies, like showing the parts of themselves, and it's like wow, adrenaline hits, you know, and like the pressure is even like even higher, and like this energy need to go somewhere, you know. Of course, you know, like I showed you, like deep breathing. I mean, it requires a little bit more than just that, you know. some people need to realize that maybe they are not in a good environment for them and they need to change that. But also, like, exercise is good for that. So before going to a woman to want to release this energy, this tension, stress, maybe anger, maybe feeling not good enough, and like it's like too much, it's like you just follow your instinct and you, for example, call that girl and you are trying to escape this tension and these feelings and release it because it will help you release. I mean, like when you come, when you ejaculate. So imagine you are like releasing all this energy or this tension or this sort of like blah, energy into a woman's body, right? And you say, wow, it was great experience, you feel relieved, and you go back to where you were, until the pressure also hits the point when you find, or it doesn't have to be sex, for someone is gambling, for others is can be also extreme sport. And it's, I think, if you don't regulate it with regeneration and good nutrition, then it can be damaging as well for the body. So we need to bring a little bit consciousness into this, and so it's not like, I mean, sexuality should be the most beautiful expression of love, not just random, but planned and slow. And this is what I want to talk about next, is the food thing. Like, imagine how you are eating, like out of habit, like just like get it fast into your, and for the, like get it fast into your system and then go to the next thing. Like you don't even pay attention what you are eating, you just like want to feel full, and then you are like okay. So imagine like eating, like you're enjoying, you're setting time, maybe you will light a candle or have a good music, and like this is time for you to also be intimate with the taste, with your creativity, with either you are preparing yourself or you are in a restaurant. So you make it a nice experience, like you enjoy like the smell, the senses, and compared to just like not thinking about your body, like work, and then like eating because you feel hungry, right? So I'm just like comparing these experiences, and I think we whole society, we just need to relax more, like relax more, because when you are like in your head or like in the momentum of the world's events and how it is set up, just it's not natural. It's not natural for our bodies. So we need to also reprogram ourselves when it comes to how we think about sex. And I just give you like a little bit little inspiration to think about it, like to think about your sex, to think about how you eat. Usually it is like if you are like not even paying attention what you eat like fast. The similar, it's like how you approach sex, like let's get it done fast. boom 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 and then be off. That's, yeah, unconscious eating, unconscious sexuality. When you are using it for other reasons than it's supposed to be. You can use food when you are emotionally, when I was talking about the tension building in the body, or you get a trigger, and or like you need to pay bills and you are like full of fear and like what do you do, like I'm I'm not calling you out, I also been there, it was maybe too much maybe. And like food can make you feel full, can make you feel grounded, you know, it's that same release, but like then maybe you get overweight, right? This is also not the way, not the right way to use food, you know. We need to deal with what is appearing and not escaping from it. We need to build certain stamina to face our emotions, to face our disappointment, to face it's so many faces, you know, just being honest with ourselves about how we are feeling and making it okay. Like don't be afraid of the emotions. Like allow ourselves to feel, because everything is a messenger, you know. Everything is a messenger and it has a message for you, because we are built to much greater life. We are built for greater expression and enjoyment of life, and evolution will always try to get you there. And sometimes it is using these habitual ways where you get stuck, where you find yourself not fulfilled, when you find your face in the food, or unexpected pregnancy, you know, like wake up, wake up. And we need to be able to look at it and engage with it, because it's our life energy, and we want to and we can direct it in a way so it's meaningful for us, in a way that it's making us feel good in a long term, you know, like it's not diminishing our energy, but it is giving us more life, right? So I hope that was helpful. I have a course for people who struggle with emotions or overeating. Like this is where I needed to find strength and freedom from, not using food as a coping mechanism, as a distraction, as a comfort thing. I mean, as an escapism, you know, like sometimes I was like so heartbroken by life experiences, and with engaging with these love kind of sexual experiences that were making me feel down. And like imagine if I'm like, oof, like if the guy is not conscious of his energy and he's giving his unprocessed heavy emotional negative energy into your system, it's it won't feel good afterwards, you know. You might feel the rush, but I know, like, and it's not love. This is not love, because love is love, you know. You feel loved. I know, not fact, you know. So then maybe I was using food to um, give me sort of the sweetness, the softness, the warmness that I didn't get when I had sex. There was like, yeah, like I felt like I was used. Yeah. So we need to realize this and stand up for our freedom, for our health, for our life force. That's it for today, guys. Have a good day. Be mindful of your energy, body, tension. Dare to embrace what's appearing. You've got this. Namaste.